Okay, hi. So welcome to the Networkers Champ YouTube channel. And today we are going to see how to add Nexus 9000V in EVNG because a lot of students they have requested that they are unable to do any, Nexus data center lab. And that is the reason actually I am going to upload this video. So we will learn how to add Nexus 9000 P in EVNG. Okay, so I have jotted down here these steps. There are total 9 steps to basically achieve this, right? Where the step one says that they install EVNG, right? So I'm not going to show this as in how to install it because we have already uh, recorded this session as in how to install EVNG in Windows machine or ESXi server or anywhere, right? So once let's say you have the EVNG installed, right? The next thing is obviously you log into the EVNG. So I have logged into the EVNG here. Okay, that's my EVNG. And the second step is basically to download the supported, before downloading, in fact, check what all images supported in MNG for the Nexus 9000, right? And this is the link I have given in this. In order to check the images, right? This is our EVNG actually, website. And if I go here and click on supported image, click on supported images, right? And maybe you can search Nexus OS. So I see here Nexus OS 9K, and this is the basic requirement actually, 8 or 16 GB RAM for the single node. Okay. Once you are known to this particular, the next thing is that check what basically the image naming, right, should be how that you should be creating the how should you should you should name the image of Nexus, and this is the image naming site. So I mean, again, from the same EVNG, just click on Kumo image naming, and it will take you through the Nexus, and again, just search Nexus, and here we go. Nexus NXOS V9K, and the name should be right? SATA. This should be the name that you should put, after downloading the image, right? So we will take you through these steps one by one. Once and after fourth step is basically to download the image from the Cisco download portal. So in order to download, go to the basically Cisco here, right? And then click on or maybe you just say Nexus 9000, and you see Nexus 9000V, and these are basically the latest version that you have, but out of which um, I'm going to, because that's one of the supported and pretty much I would say the stable version. I would select this final and QCOW image and click on download. So let's say once you have downloaded this folder, okay, this image into your computer, what is the next thing? The next thing is to create SSH SSH the evng CLI, okay, and create this directory. Now just remember the name should be exactly as per your image. Okay. So since my image name is Nexus 09K, this one, let's say uh 79K and then 7.0.3.17.8, 7.0.3 say .17.4 or .8, whatever it is, right? So you need to exactly create the name in this folder. So what I'm gonna do, uh, I'm going to SSH the EVNG, and here we go. I have the access now to the EVNG, and I would go ahead and create. So make directory, and where I want to create the directory. So I want to create the directory to the uh, here, make directory, and then on this path, QMO. Okay, OPT, Unit Lab, add-ons, and QMO, and just put here the name, exactly what name you have. So I'm gonna basically copy and oops, paste it. Hit enter. Once you do that, basically, what will happen is it will you can see whether particular that name is there or not. So in order to check, let's go to the add-on QMO and do ls. And I see that there is a name, this one. You see that? The name exists. Cool. So once we have that file in it, this is just a directory that we are creating. The same thing, you can also create the directory, through the FileZilla or through the WinSCP. What is the next thing? We need to copy this Nexus OS image, right? Using the either WinSCP or the FileZilla application. In our case, this is the application here. I am already connected to this. Okay. And what I did, this is my this is my directory of my local machine, this laptop's directory, and this is the directory of the evng. So you see that that file folder is already created when I uh, and click in it. And what you need to do is you need to actually copy that file into here. Okay, copy that file from here. It is pretty much, let me just, okay. Once you copy it, let's say I'm sure that you have copied all, you have used evngc. This is not the first time that you guys are doing it, but just simply just scroll it here and put it here, or copy or paste, right? So let's say, for example, uploads. Just click on upload and it will get uploaded here. Once it is there, okay, once it is fine, copied there, move the file as sata.qcow. So either you can move it or you can just simply rename it, because this is the name that you have loaded, right? So you can rename this file to SATA, because you remember here we talked about that it should be actually the naming should be the SATA right here. So once you do that, the last thing that you need to do is fix the permission. So in order to fix the permission, that's pretty much command. You can copy and paste. Right, maybe just copy and paste and go ahead and just go to the home directory and fix the permission. Once you fix the permission, what is the next thing that you need to do? Log into the evng, okay, and let's say add a new lab test. I would say test NXOS 9K, right? Just a name and add the node here. Just type NXOS, this one, and click on save. Don't change anything. Console, if you want to change, you can change it. Click save. Here we go. Right click. So basically, this is not yet done. You need to configure the, first time you need to configure the password and save that, password, so that next time it should come with the default setting. So I would start this node, which might be little time consuming. So what I would do is, let me access this first, double click, open, and there is another window, another CLI that has opened, as you see here. So we need to wait, but I'm going to pause this video for a moment. So you see that basically image is getting loaded here. right? We see some messages coming, installing, the uh, various components of Nexus, right? Once it is done, you see different all checks, right? What you need to do is it'll ask you basically whether for the basic configuration. Okay, so I would bring uh, into this point. Let me. It might be little, time consuming again. I'm going to pause this recording for a moment again. Okay, so after waiting for a couple of minutes, we have landed here on particular this where it says the boot status system is coming up. Please wait. Okay, so it finally has initialized everything, and now it is, system is coming up. Um, Here it will ask you actually to, um, here it requires user intervention. So just you see that about power. So I'm going to hit enter, right? And it says yes, continue with normal setup, skip bypass or no. So I would say no, right? So once it is done, you would see here finally it would um okay. Yeah, it says do you want to abort? So I would say yes, right? And as soon as you type yes, enter and type yes, and this is where you would get into, you know, enter the password for admin. So here you need to enter the password for admin. So just remember the username would be admin and password that you would enter. So I've configured the password, right? Now it would do further checks, and then finally it would, you know, put and get me to the page of Nexus CLI itself. So it says send this, what says line initial config setup log. This is not a kind of error message. Okay, it says invalid admin password. Okay. Wrong password region. So that's something. Let me see. Okay, here again. So enter the password for admin. Wrong password. It says enter the password for admin. Okay, so I'm going to enter again the password. It's not that actually difficult. Okay, confirm password, and I think it has taken it. Okay, no, it says the bus error config password admin, and this is where it says something BSH error. Let me just again put Control C. Okay, enter the password for admin. I'm not entering anything, right? So enter the password for admin. 2, 3, 3, and then confirm the password. So I noticed one thing here. It says admin password config failed. Let me just enter what it should be. It should be okay. So I don't know why it's failing. It should not. If it is failing again, then I would change the password that I am using it. It didn't take, so I would just change the password. Okay, it says password should contain characters from at least three of the following. Lower uppercase and digits and special characters also. So that's what I'm doing. Let me just change it. Okay, so we have configured the password here. Now, as you see, the password has been taken, system is ready, and it will boot to the switch mode. Would you like to enter the basic configuration? No, I don't want. I want to get into the CLI itself. But the key point here to note is, as of now, okay, so let's log in first, admin, and then the password that you have entered. Now here, just notice that if you do show boot, right, it does not have any boot variable set. So what you need to do is show version, and this would actually show you the version of it. And then you need to, here we go. That's the version. And you need to actually set it up. So from global mode, say boot NXOS, and where do you want to boot it, right? So you want it to put into the boot flash and then Nexus OS. Okay, it is performing image verification and compatibility check. Once it is done, we need to save the config. Why I'm doing it? Because here if I power it, restart it, right? It would again not boot. It would come up with the default setting. So any configuration that you have put, it would be removed. So it is important. So I would say copy running to startup and save the config. We can again verify the, let's say, show boot. So here we go. It says the boot flash this and boot flash this. That's it. So now you can actually, um, use this switch, or you can restart this switch and start configuring or build the topology. So that's it. One more thing here, the Nexus OS 9000, since it is virtualized, not all of the features would be supported like VDC. You cannot create the multiple VDCs in it, right? So there are the limitations definitely, but for that you need to just see the documentation. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe and like this channel for the new updates. Thank you.